LoneStarGridiron.com. Access the complete history of Texas high school football, over 100 years of information, win-loss records, coaching histories, individual stats, records, and more. Lone Star Gridiron, the authority on Texas high school football.
Randle High School head coach Brian Randle. Coach, if you'll introduce your two student athletes.
This is Chase Sims to my left, Landon Callis to my right.
We'll start things off. Just your thoughts about winning the title.
Extremely proud, extremely happy for the boys, extremely happy for the community. Kids worked their tails off. When I say they worked hard, they're very deserving. They had to put up with my crap for 16 weeks. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Questions?
Obviously, it sounds like the starters are going to be programs. You guys are in the third year. What's the message to your team going into this? I think a lot.
Well, South Cliff is amazing. To get here 4 years in a row, 4 years in a row, that's a big deal. Those guys are great coaches. They're great coaches. They do an outstanding job. Our biggest thing was not to flinch. You know, we have a saying, and we put it on the board, we bully bullies, right? So last year, when we played Marshall in the playoffs in the first round, everybody, we were a dog, we were a 24-point dog. We talked about that, nobody gave us a chance, and that's a good thing. It's easy to rally behind that when you're the underdog. It's easy to do.
How much do you guys work on?
All day, like we have. It's funny because we probably work in an extra 20 minutes. You can ask these guys, they'll be ready to go. I don't know, we still got some work to do. And we worked that fake reverse. We worked it all week. Well, here's the thing. We played great defense all year. Great defense all year. So my thing is they did a heck of a job exploiting some things. They were big. They were big, extremely big. So they're just kind of leaning on us. But we got a lot of heart. And that's the thing. When you got heart and belief, we have a thing in the weight room that says the mind is everything. What you think you become. You know, we stress that all the time. We stress it. So the boys believe it. They took care of business.
Does that mentality play into what you talked about playing from as an underdog?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Coach, talk about the emotions you felt when you saw your dad up in there.
Trying to make me get choked up. See how you do me? Guys, we never really know what people are going through, right? You never know. And my dad is such a great guy. And even if he wasn't my dad, I think he's a great guy. He's an outstanding human being. He's a better man than I'll ever be. And we try to instill his beliefs in the boys. Because he's all about doing for other people. Always do something for your fellow man. And we preach that and we talk about that. And make sure you tell your mom you love her. Tell your dad you love her. If your grandparents are alive, tell them you love them. You know, that's what we were raised doing, and we pass it on to the boys. So yeah, I felt a bunch of emotion. I'm extremely proud. I'm extremely proud. I'm extremely proud. It's an amazing feeling. It's very strange, honestly, because you walk into a building and you see pictures of your dad all the time, and you're his kid, and you get people like haters. I'm gonna call them haters or whatever. You get a lot of that. But the biggest thing was that Randle High School, when you walk in that place, it's like a hug. I mean, from the custodians to the teachers to the administration, everybody has each other's back. Everybody has each other's back, and it's a family. Like, these are my boys. Like, it's a family. We're a family.
Hey, Coach, talk about the special team play. You had a return to start the game,
yes,
and a return to end the game.
Yeah. Well, we moved Sean up because they didn't want to kick it back. They didn't want to keep kicking it to Sincere. And when they moved him, we moved him up. Said they're going to sky kick it. Don't fair catch it. Just get busy. You got to have that mentality, and that's the biggest thing. And he's been great all year. He's run too back. If you go out there and look, we have some cats back there that can run. You know, so it's kind of pick your poison. You know, they're fine.
I think with some of your pre-snap motion and the multiple quarterbacks you guys use, talk about your offensive staff a little bit, how unique and creative you guys got. I mean, in my opinion, you guys are the most creative offensive teams I've seen this year. How proud of you?
Oh, extremely. They do an outstanding job. And again, they got to listen to me all day. So I give them all the kudos because they know how to tune me out when they need to. But the biggest thing, when you're playing a team like Stock, it's that fast. You know, you have to show them things. It's eye candy. You got to give them eye candy. So we're going to push it here and come out the back door with it. You're giving the ball to a kid like this, and he comes out the back door. It's going to be tough.
Coach,
Go ahead.
I got a question for you. In that second half, Sock came out extremely quick. They scored 2 times, like in 2 or 3 plays. But I noticed y'all adjusted quickly. What was that adjustment like when it hit y'all like that, and then y'all kind of stuffed them up for the rest of the game?
Just don't flinch. Don't flinch. They've been here before. We hadn't, but the thing is, we've had some tough games. Brenham played us tough. And then we went into OT versus Iowa Colony the second time we played them. And that helped us get over the hump tonight. Don't flinch.
Coach, were you surprised on the last drive they didn't go for you, so just set up a field goal to...
Not necessarily. Like I said, they do a great job coaching. You don't get to stay 4 years in a row by accident. So I don't know exactly what they were thinking, but I'm sure they had an idea.
You saw your coach get pretty emotional after this. What does it mean to you both to be a part of that journey?
It feels great to like, put him on the map, put our school on the map, and then, bring the trophy back to the community.
Coach.
4 years. I'll be here since the school started, so you really do.
What's your relationship like with Coach Bowden?
Coach Randle? Yeah. Like I said, he's been a father figure. He's one of those role models that really look up to.
Like a father figure, he don't let nobody mess with me. Like, some of the older people be trying to bully me on some playing around stuff. He don't let them.
Yeah, but it's such a young program, really in the past conversation about how we hold these, you've got, signing the waiver, talking about, building culture. How do you build a culture so strong like this in such a short amount of time?
Blessed. Honestly blessed. A little lucky. You got a kid like this. It's funny. I'm going to tell this story. So when we got the job, we were in May Creek. And when my dad retired, I got a phone call about a kid named Landon Williams-Callis, right? They say, hey, if you go to Randle, you're going to get this kid, and he walks on water, right? So everybody's telling me all this stuff, but God honest truth. And I'm listening, yeah, I hear you, sounds good, whatever. Well, when we end up getting the job, we go to the 6th grade campus that he's at to make sure he doesn't leave, because you know how it is, like kids can go different places or whatever, but the way LCISD is, you're on tracks. And he's a silver track kid, so I had to make sure that we didn't look up and he'd be in Dallas somewhere. You just never know. You never know, and it's funny because when we met him, the calves on the kid. He's in the 6th grade, mind you. Like, God bless America, look at these calves on this kid. So it was absolutely worth it. And then with this one, he was zoned to Randle, and the people at George Ranch were trying to get him to stay at George Ranch. So I went and met with his dad. I met with his dad and everything and said, hey man, look, I promise you we're going to take care of your baby. We're going to take care of him. And honestly, the rest is history. His dad trusts us. And that's why I say we're a family. Because I talk to his dad all the time. I talk to his dad and his mom all the time. I have an open door policy. Anytime they need anything, just call, pick up the phone. If you got a concern, pick up the phone. Door's always open.
So looking to the future, like how do you end up building on this momentum to make this program into a powerhouse and continue to contend?
Well, we're gonna enjoy the moment for a little bit. We said after the break we're gonna take about 5 days off, and we're gonna get right back to it. We got a lot coming back on offense. We're gonna have to replace a cat like this that's really and truly irreplaceable. So some of those young guys are going to have to get in that weight room and bulk up. That or we're going to have to run a lot more 5 down and 6 down fronts.
Chase, can you talk about the emotions of playing and winning your last high school football game ever?
To be honest with you, I kind of lost the word. There's a lot of emotions going on all the time. I feel right now. I'm glad to get this 16 out.
Coach, Brian Mallory's not in there. Can you talk about the game that he had tonight and what he's done for you guys this season?
Say it again.
Brian Mallory's not in there.
Oh,
talk about the game that he had, the season he had.
Mallory just works his tail off. He wanted to play running back. I'm a running back. I'm a running back. So now you're a linebacker, baby. Look at you, you're a linebacker. And he balled in. And that's the thing, he balled in. He didn't get upset. He didn't leave. He didn't whine. He didn't pout. He balled in and just stayed the course and kept playing.
Coach, how do you get that buy-in from players from a program that is so young?
You beat him over the head with it. You just beat him over the head, consistent. with boot camp and weights and get them to truly understand, if I put in this work, I'm going to get this reward. This is America. We live in a capitalist society, and we talk about it all the time. That if you want to eat, you've got to work. You've got to put in the work to eat. And the boys did that tonight.
Hey, Landon, talk about being, following in the footsteps of the girls and jockeys and winning the state championship. How does it feel, man?
It feels great because, he be bragging about it. He was like, you can't talk to me until you win the state game. So, I just have to win.
What's the first thing you're going to say to Quiz when you get back? Because you said that on Sunday, too. Like, he told you can't talk smack until you bring it back. You're bringing it back. What's the first thing you're going to come to him with?
I'm going to call him after this. I'm going to call him after this and brag.
Hey, for the coach and the players, what did you learn about yourself after the Iowa-Colony game? I mean, that was kind of a gut check game for you guys. What did you really learn from that?
It's grit, that we knew how to stay the course, and coaches can't mess it up. That's the thing, because we almost were this close to messing it up, that game, but God was with us, and we just took care of business.
To build on that game and your bully mentality, how does everything that you've taught you guys this year, everything that you've preached, you look at how that's manifested in a game like this, where it's extremely physical in the trenches, a lot of, I wouldn't say dirty, but playing through the whistle for sure, and for Coach James and Jason what we do in the trenches. How does everything that you've taught your boys this year build on how physical this game is? Been here 4 straight months.
We match energy. That's another thing we talk about too. Like we're gonna match energy. We're not gonna allow you to push us around. Like it's not gonna happen. Will not happen. Now if you want to play clean, play hard, because we're gonna play hard. We're gonna play physical, and we'll help you up after the game. But if you want to get nasty, we're gonna match your energy.
There's a Dallas versus Houston rivalry going on.
Oh yeah.
What does it feel like to get a win for Houston?
Bring them back to the city. It's great. I mean, it's tough because you're playing in their backyard. You got to travel. You got to find somewhere to practice, and you're scared because you don't want to run all your plays because you don't know that somebody might be videoing and all that kind of stuff. Coaches were kind of weird about that kind of stuff. So we did a lot of practicing back at home, and then we did more walkthrough stuff when we got here, and then we got up and did another walkthrough on Friday. I think you had a question there that you didn't answer about in the trenches.
Yeah, if you'll lean in, please, with an answer.
Going into the game, we knew they were very physical and nasty, so just follow up on Coach said, we match energy, we won this, so it was going to go.
Yeah, Landon, we had 160 yards per game. I mean, there's a lot of guys on that top of the foot defensive line. I mean, what does it mean for you to have a game like this and on stage like this?
I just knew to do whatever my team needed me to do to get first downs and score.
And was that Southwood defense doing anything that was different for your guys?
Not really. They was a good team that we beat.
You guys haven't been in anything like this at any point this season. In the close games where defensive struggles and the defense makes plays. What was the message on the sideline as this one just kept escalating and getting more and more wild and more points on the board? I mean, uncharted waters, right?
Stay calm and stay the course. Stay calm, stay the course, and we'll be fine. You just got to stay calm. A lot of times when you flinch and you get all flustered and do a bunch of hooping and hollering, that doesn't help. That doesn't help anything. All it does is distract. So you got to keep the main thing the main thing. When the coaches get frustrated about the holding calls, hey man, shut up and call the next play. Because fussing is not going to help. It's not going to help you. Focus on the next play. Keep the main thing the main thing.
Final question.
I just don't think that was a catch.
I think it was a catch. I only got one eye. I can't see that far, but I swear I think it was a catch.
All right, thank you guys. Congratulations.
Hey, did you play Texas high school football? If you did, you're part of an elite group, the Brotherhood of Texas High School Football. All football players, past and present, who have ever suited up in the Lone Star State are eligible. Go to LoneStarGridiron.com/brotherhood. And thank you for the part you played in the greatest sport in the greatest state.